This is the famous Luke chapter 2. I'm not going to read it. I want for you to see just a couple of things that I saw a couple of days ago with regards to Luke chapter 2, beginning from verse 1. Verse 1 says, it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Everybody say all the world. Now, this is a chapter, as you drop down around verse 6, verse 7 thereabout, where you have the literal, physical arrival of the first coming of Christ. I want to show you quickly three things inside of here that I find to be quite unique that happened just before the first coming of Christ. And the big question is it duplicating itself again? Number one, we find that there is legislation or laws being passed for immigrants to return to their homeland. No matter where you are or who you are going to be rounded up or you're going to be sent back to your homeland because you have an immigration policy put in place in this particular year in which you had the arrival of Christ. That's the first thing that happened. The second thing that happened is that you will see verse 1 has tax, verse 2 has tax, verse 3 has tax, verse 5 have tax. 4 times taxes are mentioned. 4 is speaking about universal or total or the entire earth. But what you really have is multiple layers of taxes. That's the second thing. Or, let me put it to you today in today's language. It is one big, beautiful bill about taxes. Just before the arrival of Christ. The third thing that I find interesting is that in verse 2, it makes mention of a foreign country, Syria. Why is Syria mentioned just before the first coming of Christ on the backdrop of a migration policy and on the backdrop of a multiple layers of taxes that is happening in Israel, in Bethlehem? Why are you calling out Syria in that record? Well, last week, Israel went in and bombed Syria. And one of the next biggest prophetic thing that we're supposed to see happening is that we may see Isaiah chapter 17, the complete dismantling of Damascus supposed to take place. So in where we sit right now in the month of July, we are seeing the big beautiful bill, we are seeing Syria on the news, and we are seeing not only that too as well, a migration policy around the world. All happening at the same time just before the first coming of Christ.